Your agent's memory is its most valuable asset. In most tools, though, that memory is locked away in a database you can't access, using a schema nobody else understands. So when you want to switch tools, share knowledge with a teammate, or just see what your agent actually knows, you're stuck. That's the problem. Open Knowledge Format solves this. Memanto supports it natively. Open Knowledge Format is an open, vendor-neutral specification from Google Cloud, currently at version 0.1. It formalizes a pattern people have been reinventing for a year. The LLM Wiki. The rules are straightforward. Knowledge lives in a directory of markdown files, one concept per file. Every file has a YAML front matter block with a type, an optional title, a description tag, a timestamp, and a resource link if you want. The body is just markdown. Files link to each other with plain markdown links. That's it. No database, no proprietary schema, no SDK needed to read it. You can open it in any editor and an agent can read it right from the file system. Git can track changes. And since type is freeform, any team can use their own vocabulary, like BigQuery table, as you can see here, or any other format, it doesn't matter. Memanto uses OKF as its portable at-rest interchange format. To be clear, this means Moorcheh stays the retrieval engine, the vector search, ranking, and temporal queries. None of that changes. OKF is just how your memories are stored on disk, so they can move, arrive, and be read by anything. There are 3 verbs. Export writes your agent's memory as an OKF bundle. Migrate pulls in any OKF bundle, including bundles from others Memanto never made. Sync drops a browsable bundle straight into your project directory. Any agent working in the repo can just read it, and it round trips losslessly. Memanto has fields that OKF doesn't define, for example, confidence, provenance, source, and type. These write into x-memento block. Other OKF tools ignore keys they don't recognize. Memanto reads them back on the way in. Let's do it for real. It's only one flag on the existing export command. That's the full bundle written to the export folder under Memanto. Look at the structure. Memories are grouped into a folder or memory type. Memanto has 13. Alongside them, the bundle carries context that isn't memories, your daily summary, your session logs, and a metrics overview with aggregate stats. Only the sections that actually have data get written. Layout is controlled by split flag. On auto, a type with 50 or fewer memories gets one file per memory. Anything bigger collapses into a single stacked file. So a high-volume agent doesn't produce 10,000 files. Force it with split file flag or split type flag. If you want the bundle living inside a project instead of your home directory, just use the memory sync command with the OKF flag. Fresh exports drop into the project directory. Now, any agent working in this repo has the readable memory wiki right there in the tree. Now the direction that really matters, bringing knowledge in. Let's create a fresh agent. Then, just run the migrate command with OKF. This bundle wasn't made by Memanto. It's a data platform team's wiki, table docs, and on-call runbooks. It has its own vocabulary and its own formatter key. Always do a dry run first. No API key, no writes, nothing gets touched. 6 node found. The 3 index navigation files were automatically skipped. Let's preview the mapped data. Notice the type breakdown. This document says type equals BigQuery, and those aren't Memanto types. So Memanto will auto-classify them into its own schema type, but keeps the original type. Nothing gets thrown away. Every field with no home in the schema, the original type, the resource link, the markdown, unknown keys are left in. They're preserved in the supporting data. You can see the original type preserved here under supporting data, so it's searchable in Memanto. If you're happy with the preview, drop the flag and run it for real. Imported. Our runbooks are now recallable memories. You can use semantic search to quickly query everything and recall what you need. For example, if you want to know how to backfile a failed pipeline, just ask. The system will recall the answer for you. All this data comes from the imported source, which is OKF. If you prefer not to use the terminal, you can run the Memanto UI. Open the Migrate page. The Open Knowledge format sits right under the Migrate page. Pick the tile. Since OKF is a local format and not a hosted service, You won't see an API key field, just pointed at a bundle directory. You can preview with a dry run. This gives you the same number you saw in the terminal source record, showing what would be imported, the type breakdown, and a sample of the first 5 items. Then, import now, and it lands in your active agent. We already have imported using terminal. We can find them here. You'll see all the preserved data that's not part of the Memanto schema listed under supporting data. So export it, read it, version it in Memanto, hand it to another tool, or bring it back. That's what an open format gives you. Your agent's memory stays yours. Docs are linked below in the description. If you're new to Memanto, go check it out and install it using pip. Install Memanto. Give your agents the memory that they love.